$1.16 million. One brand, 12 months, starting from zero. And they sell barbecue gloves. Not streetwear, not hoodies, not the hottest drop of the season, but barbecue gloves. Now, why does that matter to you? Because I bet you've got a better product than a barbecue glove. Now, nothing against them. Honestly, love the glove. They're freaking sweet. But I bet you've got more brand identity. Maybe, right? Maybe there's more of a story, more creative. Maybe, I don't know. But I bet you're not doing $1.16 million a year off of barbecue gloves. So what's the difference? It's not your product, it's not your ads, it's not your budget, it's your formula. Or more specifically, the fact that you don't have one. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through the exact 6 decision framework that took Brisket Supply from 0 to $1.16 million in the last 12 months, and that we've used with over 300 clothing brands to get them to consistent 100K, 200, 500K, $1 million months. And it's called the 6x1 method. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which of the 6 is your weakest link. And here's what we're covering: 1 audience, 1 message, 1 offer, 1 traffic source, 1 winning product for 1 year. 6 decisions made once, executed, and that's it. Now, quick background, hey, howdy, and hello. So my name is Aaron Pearson. I'm the co-founder here at BitBraining. We work exclusively with clothing brands, and we have been doing this for well over 10 years. In the last 12 months, we've helped 300 clothing brands make hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. Now, the 6x1 method is this single framework that I have seen separate the brands doing 100K a month versus the brands that are just starting out, maybe 2K, 5K, 10K per month. And this works every single time. Now, here's what scattered focus actually looks like for a clothing brand founder. You've got 3 product lines you're promoting at the same time. You're running meta ads and posting TikToks and doing email and maybe dabbling in some SMS. Your message changes depending on what product you're pushing in the last week. And every time something isn't working, you do what we almost always see every brand owner doing, and I've done this before as well, right? You pivot, you find the new product, the new platform, the new angle. Maybe this sounds familiar, but here's the problem. Diluted focus produces absolutely diluted results. And every time you split your attention, you cut your potential in half. You're not bad at ads, you're not bad at content. Honestly, most people we speak to, they're like, oh no, my content's so good, my ads are so good, and this is just my problem here. It's like, well, you just don't have a formula. Like, you haven't been following something, you've been just going off of tactics. And tactics without a formula is just really expensive, like, experiments. Now, the 6x1 method is the formula. Well, let me show you what that actually looks like. So this is before. So I'm gonna introduce you to this brand. It's called This Is My House Dress. Go shop them. Women, go out there and buy from this brand. They are amazing. When they first connected, this brand was doing like $10,000 a year, not a month, a year. Beautiful product, real story, genuine quality, doing it for all the right reasons. But she was doing what almost every clothing brand founder does, trying to be everything to everyone, and really hadn't figured out exactly what to do. But 10 months later, so we start to get a little bit of hump there, and then we hit November of last year, $100,000 a month. The same founder, the same product, the same budget, just a completely different formula. And here's exactly what changed. The first decision is the hardest one. You have to pick one person and say, this is the brand for you. Not you and everyone who might like it, you specifically. And what was cool about This Is My House Dress is basically like, if you are of a certain age, kind of like on the younger side, but you still love Golden Girls and like kind of this old fashioned like way of life, you probably would love This Is My House Dress. It's such a cool, like I said, go check them out. This is not a video about them, it's a video about you. But most founders skip this because it feels like they're leaving money on the table. And I say this a lot in every single video, which is that everyone is so focused on picking up the change that they leave the dollars, right? They are more interested in grabbing everything when they're keeping their eyes off of the prize here. They think, if I narrow my audience, I lose potential customers. And here's the truth. The narrower your audience, the stronger your message, the stronger your message, the cheaper your ads, and the cheaper your ads, the faster you scale and the more profits you have. The narrowing is the scaling mechanism. Now here's the process, right? Start with who's already buying from you. Who are your best customers? Not all your customers, your best ones. The ones who buy again, who leaves the reviews, who tag you on Instagram. What do they have in common? Not just demographics. I want you to go deeper than that, right? What do they value? What do they want to feel when they wear your product? That's your avatar. So This Is My House Dress chose millennial women who wanted to reconnect with something slower. Women who were tired of fast fashion, of buying something that falls apart after 3 washes, who wanted to get back to quality, back to how their grandmother shopped. This is a specific person. And when you talk to a specific person, they feel it. And when they feel it, they buy. If your answer includes the word everyone, right? So completely start over. We have a document. Let me show you what this looks like. We have a document, and I mentioned this a lot, right? But you have to understand who your customer actually is. We use the struggling avatar, which is like, how do you start with the problem first? Because nobody buys anything until you solve a problem. Let me prove it to you. You wouldn't just go actively look for a new roof, but if you got hailed image, you probably would be calling roofers to say, hey, come look at my roof because you have a problem. Maybe you have some leak. The problem with, the clothing is a little bit different, right? But you still have to solve that problem. And this document goes through that so you can actually understand who you are going after. Now, the second one is the message. Okay, so you have an audience, now you gotta figure out what you're talking to them about, right? Some would say this is the positioning, how you position yourself in the market. Now, once you know who you're talking to, you need to know what you're saying to them. Every time, in every ad, in every caption, in every product description, one message, consistent everywhere. Which is why I love founder-led content, because the founder is typically their audience, and the founder knows their product better than anybody, and they know their pain points, and they don't have to learn to be a good actor, they just have to be themselves. Here's how we build a message that sticks. It's called a thought reversal, okay? You find the belief your audience already holds, right? And you can confirm it. And then you flip it or challenge it in a way that makes them feel seen. It doesn't have to be controversial. It doesn't have to be completely contrarian. It's just taking a different approach to say, hey, people like it this way. They want to think this way, but they want it a little differently, right? So for This Is My House Dress, they did it like this. Their audience believed that fast fashion was the only affordable option. That's it, right? But the thought reversal was, what if quality didn't mean expensive? What if buying less but buying better was actually the move? So many people would get upset, and I've seen people in the comments be ruthless, like spending X amount of dollars on a dress, and it's like, well, you're getting one dress that's gonna last you years. The cost per wear is significantly less than your fast fashion move over here. But their message became, right, slow fashion, quality over quantity. This isn't disposable. This is something that you keep. The message didn't just sell product, it confirmed a worldview, and their customer already believed in it. And so when your message matches your customer's worldview, you stop selling and start really resonating with them. Now, when you figure out your audience, and then you figure out your message, so that positioning, you then need an offer, right? Meta looks at this as, it's what's called an estimated action rate. How likely is somebody to take action on your ad? And if you have a great offer, much more likely to take action on the ad. An offer doesn't have to be a discount. Now, here's where most founders completely go off the rails. They think the offer has to be complicated. They think it has to be a bundle or a mystery box or some kind of discount stack. But hold up just one second. If your offer has 3 jobs, align with your audience, align with your message, and it removes the friction that stops people from buying. Step 1, what are they worried about when they're about to buy? Is it the price? Is it the fit? Is it the quality? Is it the return policy? And it's a skill, it's a Claude skill. It's called the clothing offer equation. And this equation, let me show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. So it factors in style aspirations, quality and fit confidence, waiting time, shopping friction, price sensitivity. And so you use this equation. All you have to do is have the Claude skill. If you want this, just comment the word Claude down below. I'll send it to you. But if you have this Claude skill, it will give you a score and it'll tell you where you're the weakest. And then you could just fix that problem for your offer. Step 2 is to build your offer to remove the specific objection. Step 3, make the offer feel like the obvious next step. Not a transaction, a decision they'd feel silly not making. Now, This Is My House Dress leaned into nostalgia. And anybody who knows anything, when you are selling to a millennial, sell out nostalgia, plain and simple. The offer wasn't a discount, it was an experience. The feeling of bringing back something your grandmother might have worn. A weak offer with a strong audience and a strong message will still convert. And a strong offer with a confused audience and no message really won't. So you gotta lock in 1 and 2 first. Look, if I try to sell you a dress and you've never worn a dress in your life and you hate dresses, it doesn't matter how good my offer is. But if you love dresses and you love high quality products, and then I give you a great offer about being part of a community, and I give you an offer that also maybe has fast shipping or something involved with it, or a free gift that's relative, you're gonna buy right away. Number 4, the one traffic source. Now this one is going to upset some of you, but I need you to hear it. Because one traffic source, right, I want you to go all in. Do not touch another one until you've mastered this one first. I've seen brands with $50,000 ad budgets getting mediocre results because they spread the budget across Meta and TikTok and Google and Pinterest, and then they email all at once, right? Like they don't even segment their list. They're not bad at any of them, but so many people are like, no, I can't leave money on the table. I've got to get Google up and going. It's like, yeah, you can set up a performance max and just leave it. But if you're going to be focused on Meta, then focus on Meta. We've had brands that have scaled to $1 million+ per month off of only Meta. Now, should they have expanded after that or even before that? Yeah, probably. But trying to do too much and trying to look like a bigger brand than you actually are is only going to hurt you, because the brands that have the budget are just squashing you. Now, they're not bad at any of them, just like average. That's what you guys are, right? It's just an average at all of them, and average doesn't really scale. So this is my house dress, ran on Meta, like everything. Brisket Supply, same thing. Meta, one platform, one focus. Every dollar of learning went into the same channel until they knew exactly what worked. If you master one before you touch another, that's not a suggestion. That's just literally part of the rules here. Now, number 5, this is one I did a whole video on. You should go check it out. It's a video about a brand called Coco Pina. And this one thing changed everything. Took them from 3K to 80K months. And as of this recording, I'll do another one where we're gonna hit 100K in basically 3 months. To go from 20, 30,000 and then to hit 100K in 3 months when they started at 3K, so scaling up. But it's from one product. So number 5 is one winning product. Now every brand has a hero product, that one that outsells everything else and the one that defines what your brand actually is to your customer. But here's the mistake. Most founders find their hero product by accident, and then instead of doubling down, they launch 10 more products to find the next winner. And I've seen this on the internet, so I'm not gonna say anything, but it's like some people's strategy is, let's figure out all these different products and launch all of them and then just see what sticks. What if the winner is already in your lineup? You just haven't put the right audience in front of it yet. Now, here's how to find it. Work backwards from your audience, right? What are their specific problems? What do they want to feel? What frustration do they trying to solve? Step 2, go through your product line. Which one most directly delivers that feeling? Okay, it's probably your hero product. Now, Brisket Supply, their audience was serious backyard barbecue person, right? Could have been. They also focus on dads, right? Using work gloves. They also focused on like people who went skiing, and they did like use case scenarios. So like, even though these are barbecue type of gloves, and maybe you are like a barbecue type of person, but like these are like, hey, if it's in the middle of winter and you're outside by a bonfire with your friends and you're drinking a Coca-Cola and you're wearing these gloves, like this is what it is. It's like for the manly man, and you can use these gloves, they're so versatile. But the point here is they knew who their audience was, and they had that winning product, right? But their winning product, that glove, was designed specifically for those people, and also the people who probably are grilling. Your best product deserves your best effort, not the leftover budget. And if you continue to do that, what's gonna happen is you're going to dilute yourself, and you're gonna be what I called inventory rich and profit poor. Number 6. I need you to do this for 1 year. Here's the one that nobody wants to do, right? They don't want to stick to it for 1 year. One audience, one message, one offer, one traffic source, one win product for 1 year. Don't pivot, don't rebrand, don't get distracted by what someone else is doing. Don't listen to your friend over here who got very lucky because they got, something that went viral. It's easy to chase the shiny object. Now, I know what you're thinking. A year feels like a long time. But if you've been in business at all, you know that a year goes by very quickly. So here's what I want you to think about it. You're not committing to a year, you're committing to 90 days, 4 times in a row. Sprint 1 is learning, testing, and adjusting, figuring out what works. Most founders quit here. They see numbers and they think the formula is broken. It's not broken, it's just loading. This is kind of spinning, it's working. Sprint 2 is momentum. The learning from sprint 1 starts to compound. Your ads are sharper, your creative is more dialed in, the numbers start to like really move. And then sprint 3 is optimization, right? You're not guessing anymore, you know what works, you scale what's winning, and you cut what isn't, get some margin back. And then sprint 4 is compounding. Your brand has been consistent for 9 months. Your audience recognizes you. Your algorithm knows who to show your ads to. Your repeat purchase rate is starting to build, and then everything starts to stack up. Let me show you what this looks like in real life. These are kind of like the early learning periods, right? Slow learning, right? Most founders quit during this time period. This dude's freaking rugged and like puts tenacity behind what he's doing, right? October through December, right? We really push this thing up. You're looking at 160, and then you push down to a $370,000 month. Everything kicked in. Obviously at that point, it's kind of the best case scenario because you got gloves that are gonna help for the winter. You've got the holiday, right? And then you get into the part that becomes harder, right? This January through March period, it's like, oh dang, we're going 100 and then 15, 20. You get into some lulls, right? Post-holiday, pull back on ad spend, try to reassess what's working, or we have a product that's working well. Then you start to focus on a little bit more positioning, right? We focused on like Father's Day and then pushing back up again to $124,000 a month in the last 30 days. And this is a normal trajectory, right? So going, peaking, hit your top of your sales cycle as far as your busy season and kind of lulling back down, but your low is never the lowest, right? I'll take this February of 122 versus the past, 6 months previously where we're nowhere close to a six-figure month. Now, we're going to continue to rise, and especially this fall, right? How can we push to $1 million a month? Video for that later. But the brands that lose aren't the ones who had the wrong formula. They're the ones who didn't give the right formula enough time, or who broke it when things started to get hard. They're like, I'm going to just throw this thing to the side. Hey, now real quick, if you want to know which of the 6 is your weakest link right now, I want to talk to you. We have free 45-minute no-cost strategy sessions here at Bit Branding. All you got to do is check out the link in the description down below. If you're a clothing brand and want to scale online, it's a great place to be. There are limited spots. If you want the full 6x1 breakdown as a PDF, drop the words 6x1 in the comments right now and I'll send it straight to you. All right, so let me put this all together for you. The 6x1 formula: one audience, a specific person your brand exists for, one message, a worldview they already believe in, one offer aligned with who they are, right? Remove that friction. One traffic source, master it before you expand, and then one winning product. Work backwards from your audience's problem for 1 year. 4 sprints, 90 days. You can do that. Don't break the formula when it gets hard. This is my house dress executed all 6, 10K to 100+K months, right? Bad months for her are 100K now. Brisket supply, literally 0 to $1.16 million in a 12-month period. Barbecue gloves. Again, not taking away from it. Freaking awesome. So let me bring it back to where we started, right? Over $1 million, one brand, 12 months, starting from 0 with gloves. The only difference between that brand and the brand that's stuck at 10K per month, maybe that's you, 20K, 50K, maybe you're stuck there, is the formula. 6 decisions made once, executed for a long period of time. I say long, right? 4 sprints. This isn't complicated. It's actually the opposite, right? Most of the time, people overcomplicate it. They try to go after too many people, and it takes a true entrepreneur to stay laser focused and stay narrow. That's the discipline not everybody is willing to do. It takes a real discipline to say no to everything else so that you can say yes to the one thing fully for a very long time. YouTube is very good at what they do. They know right now that if you're still trying to grow your clothing brand, you need to check out one of these 2 videos right here next. I'll see you next time.